their commanding 4-0 win. A rare start.
Game in the final cup.
So that starts further up the field with Tchouameni with that
like a number 10, but we will see at the defensive aspect.
Might be tucked back. That tries to set it up, right for the shot.
Canterano just start first division this season.
Goes over the top, it could be on for a lob, but it just swerves wide from the The bounce was a little about. We see waiting to pounce the likes of Vinicius. A brief chat with our pitchside reporter Matthew Cannon.
Directly, yeah.
And on the edge of his technical area, we get a look at him.
Because if he start to run with him, Hendricks.
Stepping over. Looks as if it was a bit of nap, maybe it was dripped.
Because even we can see a little kick.
In very good voice, and just a little bit of concern here with a potential.
We saw like Getafe and also Real Madrid. The block already compact.
Look, just a little shoulder check from Domingos in the Getafe midfield, who had a bit of quality, maybe more than we've. That was another collision. It was.
Links know that he's not happy with some of those challenges, which of course is in that Bordalas is singing.
Vinicius Junior, he gets outside it with a burst of pace.
One, so that's why we saw Arda a little bit.
It is Vasquez who sends one in. Genet, he never ceases to surprise us. Difficult to adjust the line and get an understanding. So we see the shot.
So they have a good balance with the age and
played towards Arda. Güler just had enough time to get the shot, who sweeps it up for Real Madrid. He stepped in front of last from the coach's 2 stints in charge, and there's what a control that was from Genet. It's maybe the most outswing to the edge of the 6-yard box. Jostling that was going on. Yes, swings one over towards the back post. Mayoral.
Fantastic movement, and we can see the cross in the second pot. This is the capacity of the big players.
Underrated, significant Bayern Munich PSG player is Iglesias. Looks fun.
So that's why the impact intensity.
On the counter, Getafe at the moment. Tag. This is nudged back to positions. He waits for Mia's delivery. And we see the goal tally for corners this season. They very nearly conceded there. It's a real scramble in place of Vinicius Junior, who switched over to the right-hand side. Here comes the cavalry. Counterpart, his fellow Uruguayan.
You have space on the flank, and they can use it.
But now tries to turn. Soria blocks. It's back into the. Not his header. Hendrick will try and go on the run. That down was and it's with Arda who might line up a shot here.
So that's why that's going to be important. The this great shoot with the right foot.
Midfielder manages from Arda Güler.
His feet now. He is holding that lower back area.
This great shoot with the right foot. This great shoot with the right foot.
Arda Güler.
You have to show. You have to show. But in Real Madrid, is so big. Side to find the best pass for Hendricks.
And it seems as well, fortunately, Domingos Duarte's unity that Fran Garcia has as well. Fran Garcia, inevitable that he was going to pass to Hendrick, and he chose our starting bench today for Real Madrid. One player who is and had that arm around the shoulder roll. One back. Güler.
Vinicius comes from the right side, and normally he plays away. They pass the first 15 minutes really strong every weekend or every 3 days now. The
5-man back line.
Be careful. Fantastic.
Vinicius, Hendrick!
With Vinicius, even the shoot good for Real Madrid.
Here's Garcia, tries to get the cross in. It spins moment. It's on the right-hand side. Lucas Vasquez, it's well left. Valverde. Best in Real Madrid's history, and that shot stings the hands of Soria, trying to.
Long run, long ball from Vinicius.
To go inside, skips that challenge. He's still going. That's talent. He's willing to grab the game by the scruff. The pass was absolutely sublime from Vinicius Junior. They're about the associations between the players. As
something, a forward and a.
Getafe midfield and defence to establish his criteria. Courtois will catch. Yes, he makes his run. Lucas Vasquez chases
in 2-3 passes. Getafe
so far tonight. A long ball over, just slightly. And on looking for. Taken away by Arda and 4 defeats. They can draw some relative rarity in this first half. At least he's dropping far deeper tonight.
That's why maybe Arda was important in the first half. Experience too.
Vinicius Junior trying for the run.
Ball for the cross.
Try and set Hendrik off. He's not quite strong enough to rest. Go at the Bernabeu. That's another Classico. No changes in the Getafe for the end here. Güler tries Camavinga to be playing on the pitch. It's a little bit further up, maybe it's just them in the table. This one falls into the box. Rodriguez nearly takes.
When you have 2 strikers in the box.
Good movement here from Getafe. Arda with the.
Want Carlos Ancelotti.
Can't bar that. A low shot from Arda. Now it's right, little tuck back to Arda. Flick towards the box for just that task. Offside flag has stayed down for the meantime.
Even that.
But if they want to compete for the Conference League places, they do need to start that. Cuts that in as Güler turned his back. Who fouled Brahim, Hendrik and Vinicius, both waiting. Instead, it's going to be a shot.
Vasquez with his movement to leave the space for.
Camavinga might line up a left-footed strike here finally.
The difference, then after on the conduction. Great.
This ball swerves in, finds it.
Provoke. Good cross.
One of those players who would have been looking for a chance in this game.
Strapping to his left shoulder, but his introduction.
It didn't really work out for him. Had a couple of chances, but didn't convert.
To play by himself, to make the.
To his left. Brahim was maybe even getting in his. And more moves down the left-hand side, including this one. Corber's going to try. We remind you, not included in the squad today. The shoulder for his arrival on the field of play. This one's pulled. He'll be brought in for a 20-minute cameo here. Mia leaves it. It's been to Federico. Here's one for Getafe. It's brought across here. Keeping his cool. Was that a
really great movement of Alvaro?
Who was off target.
Was interesting.
Against Fran Garcia. It was only a half-hearted run after the ball. There was the collision between the. Maybe the next ball's in play. This one swerves in. Header by touch since the warm-up.
In for Brazilian like for like is Vinicius Junior.
Takes on to that. Salzamadzami plays in. It's an improv. Offside against Jude Bellingham. Getafe have a chance. Play to Federico. This was his second goal of the season. He won't have done his reputation.
For his attention to the potential incident, and then we heard on the big speakers.
Ball is given back to Getafe. Getafe having a bit more possession.
Running Fran Garcia again, man.
Plays that too short. It was too close to the. With the long ball between those two.